Very grateful. How are you? You're first tonight. What's up? What's happening today? Or tonight? I had a pretty good day. You say you had a great day. What happened? What made it great? Do I like Mountain Dew? Yeah, but I haven't had it in a long time, like a really long time. Don't know why I don't drink it, but I do like it. Oh, that's nice. Very grateful. Another week or so. Oh, good. That'll be good when it closes, I assume. Hello, Aman. I'm from the United States. Where are you from? So grateful. You must be anxious to get. We are selling to close. So you must be anxious to get stuff done. Pakistan. Oh, cool. I think that's the first time I've had anybody from Pakistan. Hello, Master Blaster. Welcome back. Yeah, that'll be good when you can get it closed. Grateful. Always a little tense before you close a property. Hi, Space Rat. Akira. Oh yeah, the movie. Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that movie. I know we talked about it before, and I haven't looked at it. Yeah, very grateful. You gotta, you really have to try to make sure that works out. There's always little things that come up. Oh, Amon, thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that. Oh, here on out. Yeah, yeah. I kind of figured that. I read it that way anyway, grateful. So I didn't even see that. Thank you, grateful. I'm glad you keep coming back. I'm uh, I'm always amazed that people show up and want to chat with me. But I'm happy you're doing well. I've been trying to help people stay positive about whatever it is they're doing and have some fun along the way. And I don't know. I'm having fun doing this. So I had no idea what it was going to be like when I started, which has been, I guess it's been about a month ago, maybe. I'd done lives before, but not in front of the camera. Hey, Amon, thank you for coming by, and hopefully you have a good day at work. Please come back again. Better open that window. There we go. Okay, perfect, Amon. I hope you come back. That'll be great. I've got a bunch of people that keep asking me to go out to my oyster stuff, and I've got to get that done while the tides are. I'll figure it out. But I want to make a little video of the oysters. Terrible Turks. Hey, Terrible. I'm good, Scott. How are you? What's on your mind? Oh, so what's happening? What's happening with you that you feel like that, Scott? Oh, can can I? What happened to your? What do you mean you lost your family? If you want to share, well, we try to be. I try to help people if I can, by being positive, not in some sappy way. But what can I ask you? What kind of work you did? Wow, boy, you really got hit hard there. Um, just a second, Goopinder. So Scott, I can tell you that I had a time in my life when I had multiple family members pass away in a short period of time, and it's absolutely hard. That part I know. It does sometimes get. It will take time for that to heal. Um, how old are your kids? And Goopinder, you never know. I did a hamburger helper type dinner tonight, so it wasn't exactly that, but sort of. Oh, that's a tough age to not be able to see them. When was the last time you saw them, Scott? Hey, Miranda. Yeah, I know I got on here a little late, Miranda. Sorry. Just talking to Scott here. I don't know if you can read his text. I will ask you while I'm waiting for Scott to respond, Miranda. Did you get your walk in today? Hey, SLB. Yeah, that's a. Um, okay, Miranda, that's awesome. I'm glad that you are walking and the Bible studies. That's pretty cool. Do you have? I'm assuming you have specific ones you go to. What are we doing? Well, I'm talking to Scott right now, and I'm trying to see if I can't help him. Uh, I don't know, just help him in any way. Yeah, that's a tough situation, but how? Um, oh, thank you, Miranda. That's very, yeah. Scott, Miranda's always very helpful. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why I do this. I don't know. Um, but I also just I don't know. I have fun. That's okay, Grateful. Yeah, no. Um, Scott, Miranda's always very helpful, so you might want to read what she said there. But we try to I'm trying to help people, and so maybe in some way that helps me. I don't know. I'm not in your position, but I not that my life's clearly not perfect either, but um, huh. Yeah, Scott, how can she keep them from you? Well, I appreciate that you think that, Scott. I always worry about people in that situation because it's particularly hard on people. Well, Scott, then I don't mean to make light of that, but I mean that's a fairly, unfortunately, very common thing in divorce, um, and that's sad. Thank you, Kanitsa. Thank you for doing that, Miranda. Yeah, SLB. When I don't know how old you are, Scott, but when I was younger, I think hitting the club or whatever, just to get out and uh, be around other people would help. I don't know. As you get older, I don't know if that helps as much. I mean, for me, uh, I find that I don't know. Just I prefer being alone when things are going poorly, but that's just me. Most people do need to talk to people. Yeah, Miranda's exactly right. Be kind. Don't say anything bad, and I mean, not to sound, just try and be positive about it, whatever it is, and just go with it. Yeah, no, being alone's fine. I mean, sometimes it's good to, and I've been telling people this for a few days now, is when I go out, even just to the store, I always try to talk to some random person as much as possible, because maybe it helps them and then it helps me in return, but um, it'll get you outside of your own headspace to talk to people who aren't your people, kind of like what we're doing now. It's because they're not going to be, and you can make jokes or do whatever it is you want to do with them, and but just talk to random people. I find that helps. I mean, yeah, SLB is saying hit the club, but I mean, as you get older, SLB, it's not like for where do you go? Hey, Busy, how are you? Miranda's right again. Miranda seems to be our resident guru, but you're hanging out with old people. Oh, cool. Yeah, no, I get it. But that's why wouldn't she let him? Why wouldn't she let him join a fishing team if he loves fishing? And is it because you were a fisherman? Hey, Benny. Yeah, Busy. Every time you show up, it seems like I'm in the middle of a conversation. But I'm always glad that you're here. It's nice to see the friendly faces that I'm starting to get to know a little bit. It's nice. Yeah, that's unfortunate, Scott. And sadly, the only people who really suffer, I guarantee you will get over this. Your ex-wife will get over this. People that suffer are the kids, and it's if people put the kids first instead of themselves, we'd be a lot better off. Yeah, that's a good point, SLB. Scott, what, that's just so, that's just to punish you, but in turn she's punishing your son. And that's unfortunate. What shirt am I wearing today? Oh, can you see that? It's a, it says Parker. I don't know what it says over here. Nature Wood. This is an old sweatshirt, probably 20 years old. It was a lumberyard. Oh, I see. Now, yeah, it's just, yeah, you could say up and she's going to say down. I get it. It is a comfortable sweatshirt. I've had it forever. I love it. Um, yeah, you have to find a way to break that down somehow so that so you can maintain your relationship with your kids and even just help them be happier. Yeah, I guess you're right. You're gonna have to forgive her. Doesn't Miranda's right. If even if she doesn't deserve it, you have to find a way to work around her hatred, for the lack of a better word, and kind of disarm her a little bit, so that yeah, she might still hate you, but um, maybe she can find a way to make it good for your kids. Yeah, I don't, I don't know. Sense of fairness. Yeah, I mean there is, but fairness is not always going to work because someone's playing by a different set of rules. Yeah, the printer's not going anywhere, Benny. That still works. That's mine. But yeah, yeah. You just got to find a way. Thanks, Busy. You're right about that too. You got to make your own peace, and somehow you have to stop. Even because she's not going to do it, you're going to have to stop the fighting, even if you're not fighting. Does that make sense? Yeah, a little funk. That's okay. She's offering some really good advice. We're trying to help Scott out of a little bit of a funk that he's in. No pun intended. Oh, an owl outside my window would sound nice right now. Hey, geese. We're talking with Scott here. So, Scott, I hope you don't mind if everybody interjects and tries to help out here a little bit, if we can. Uh, yeah, well, you don't have to fight. You can fight by not fighting and try to find a way around that. Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, yeah, you really need to, this is what I've been telling people, Scott, is that taking action, and I don't mean like in a bad way, but in a good way, and just take action, decide, I'm going to do something. What is it that I'm going to do to make this situation better? And that's what you have to do. Even if it's just something small, just to kind of get her to somehow release some of that tension. I like it that everybody's saying hi to each other. That's so funny. Is it a full moon tonight? I know it's up where I was at, but it was cloudy, so I couldn't really tell. I feel like sometimes I could just come in here and watch and watch everybody else talk to each other. Yeah, and there's an issue with that, Scott, in the sense that she is no, I get it, SLB. It isn't that deep, but he's struggling with it, so he has to find a way to to deal with it. And if he comes here just to chat, then that's fine too. Well, Seahawks are my local team, so I kind of root for them. But I have a family member that's a rabid Patriots fan, so it's always an interesting day when they play. I love that song "Laughing" by the Guess Who. I mean, that's, you know what, Geese, that's a good thing to bring up. Scott, if you can find some music to listen to, that would help relieve your stress. I really, it's a tough situation that you're in. I do have time. And everybody else they'll talk amongst themselves, and people like Miranda and everybody will chime in, so it's okay. Yeah, it is busy. And it's really hard. They might, Benny, I don't know. Oh, I don't even know if anybody said anything yet. There might have been an Epstein earlier on. Yeah, I know, I get it, Scott. Everybody has their moments. And what I find is I always suggest, if you like to exercise, that exercise will help that. It relieves some of that tension, gets rid of some of that built up, whatever it is. When I was younger, I used to split wood, tons of it. And it made me feel better because I didn't think about I was too tired. My island days with Jimmy. No. Yeah, Geese, I think you're right. I think some people you just need to vent and get rid of it. Yep. What? Bussy's never requested anything here. She's a welcome addition to the chat, so I like having her here. Scott, come back anytime. I don't leave. I mean, maybe you can just stay here and watch and listen to the mayhem that has become my channel some days. What? There's no membership fee. I don't have any membership fee, Elijah. But Scott, stick around, please. This sometimes is pretty fun. We might get onto a topic that's, it might be good. Yeah, I don't know. I'm good, Elijah. I don't know where, was it showing up that I'm asking for memberships or something? Because I didn't add that to it. So if it's on there, I didn't add it. I've been hacked. Yeah, no, we like Busy. She's good. Yeah, yeah. Some days we had a couple, was it 2, 3 days ago when we got onto that music chat? That was crazy. You know what, Scott? Sometimes, like I said earlier, just hanging out and doing something like this, and just watching or participate or jump in, whatever happens. Usually people are picking on me about my office because it's so messy, but I'm storing stuff for other people. Or as Busy likes to point out, I usually get about 10 different versions of who I look like because I have gray hair, from George Washington to Doc Brown from Back to the Future, and sometimes Einstein even. Hey, Grateful's back. So people seem to like to tease me about my gray hair, which I'm fine with. Yeah, if it were I wish it were a screen, like you said last night. Well, again, Scott, I'm storing it for somebody who's not in a good way, and I just can't tell him he can't have it here. So I just let him ruin my office. I don't care. Yeah, I hope so too. Take him fishing. That'll be fun. It's fully cotton white. Yeah, it does kind of look that way today, doesn't it? Dibs, that's fine. When I was younger, a lot of my friends called me Russ, so it's okay. Well, Elijah doesn't, Victor doesn't like my haircut. It's changed. I'm good, Sepha. Don't worry about me. Eh, can't believe you don't like my beautiful gray hair. Is the gang talking food yet? No, we haven't started about food. I did make a nice dinner tonight. It was geese. It was similar to what you were having. I used sausage and uh, mac and cheese and broccoli and mixed it all up. And then I added a little chipotle ranch to it. It was really good. Hey, hey, Switzerland. You're back. I haven't seen you in a while, probably because my schedule's been really off, but I'm trying to be more consistent. Yeah, I know, Miranda. You said I should live stream it, but I had a couple people here that wouldn't really want to be on or heard on the live stream, so I didn't do it. That's funny. From blonde to dirty blonde. Oh, is that what's happening with the moon? Shoot. I should have live streamed that. I didn't even remember that. Yeah, I wondered why it was getting smaller as it came up. But it was cloudy, so I couldn't really tell. Right now, huh? Shoot. Yeah, I should have set up a second live stream and done that. Oh well. Maybe when I'm done with this tonight, I'll live stream the moon for a little while. Yeah, no, mine's getting thinner now as I've gotten older, but it's you can kind of see, but it's still here for now. So mine started going gray when I got my first gray hair when I was about 18. So. Oh man, that's funny. 1.68 meters tall. Huh. Martin, they ask me all those same kind of questions all the time. So 1.68 meters. Sorry, I'm trying to do the math in my head. I wouldn't worry about it, Dibs. Wait, glacier cloud of water. What are you talking about, Grateful? Geese, yes, I am. I was a little taller than that in high school. I've lost a little bit of height, but oh, Nepal. Oh, yes, I did see that. And Nepal stuff. That was horrible. And yeah, Geese, I am. In fact, I was going through a bunch of my old high school basketball stuff, pictures and things like that. So it was fun to look back at that. It reminded me of that when you said that. Yeah, Martin. I remember, Martin, when you were telling me one day. I can't remember. It was a few weeks ago now, but when you were on your way out to the market to get your food. You were talking about it in one of these chats before. Swimming's a great exercise. I've been really into, not me personally, but family members who've been swimming the last, I don't know, about 10 years. So I've really gotten into understanding swimming and all that. So swimming's great. I think it's awful, Nolan. Dolly Parton was, I liked her. It's really, really sad. Yeah, swimming's, especially for as we get older, as Martin can attest to, that it doesn't jar your bones. You still get all that great movement without that pounding like you would with running and all that. But yeah, swimming is a fantastic exercise. Yeah, Grateful. That was weird. The videos they were showing of it was just crazy. Oh, you're lucky, Martin, that you can do that much. Busy, do you I have seen the spa pools where you can swim. They're really cool. My first celebrity crush? God, I don't know. I don't know if I ever had a celebrity crush. I'd have to think about that. Oh, that's not a bad choice. Sally Fields was pretty cute back in the day. I remember when she was doing the Smokey and the Bandit stuff with Burt Reynolds, and she was pretty cute back in the late. I mean, she still looks pretty good for her age, but back in the day, she was considered pretty cute. So that's probably a pretty good choice. Look like her lawyer. Oh, jeez, I'm not a lawyer. But that's funny, Busy. And Martin, you're good that you're not taking any medication. If anybody tells me I'm going to have to do that, I won't do it. Oh, man. Now you're making us jealous, Martin. You live in the Swiss Alps. Holy crap. Oh, you saw, oh, yeah. I keep forgetting, Geese. You're a little younger than me. But yeah, she was good in Mrs. Doubtfire. Yeah, she is still adorable. I mean, there's something, I don't know. She still seems like a kid when she talks sometimes. So it's kind of weird. And thoughts on Tim Curry? Another tragic. It's too bad. Tim Curry was a great actor, and I find him to be underappreciated. Yeah, 38. I keep forgetting you're so young. But you should go back and look at the Smokey and the Bandit movies that she's in. If you liked her in that one, you'll really like her. I take care of myself, Martin. If somebody tells me I got to start taking pills, I'm not going to do it. I'll find some other way around it. Yeah, Grateful. I agree with you. I think he was really underappreciated. But I got to go back to Busy. You said your friend's lawyer. Now I need to see a picture of your friend's lawyer. I'm 19. I wish I was 19. Oh, I didn't know that, Busy, about the voice. Yeah, this is all, the gray hair and the wrinkles are all just a ruse to make you think that I'm old and wise. Yeah, you can go. So if you've seen it, man, she was way cuter, and not that she didn't look good in Mrs. Doubtfire, but she was cute back in the Smokey and the Bandit days. Nah, don't, Scott. Stick around, man. Just hang out and watch. Maybe it'll help, right? And have some fun. And if that can, maybe that can help you a little bit. And you're always welcome here to come back and talk. You know, I have not seen the Zodiac movie. And Where the Heart Is. Oh yeah, that's a good one. The Mission Impossible. Yeah, that's me. I'm actually Tom Cruise. I'm gonna peel back my face and everything, man. That's what's gonna happen. Yeah, the oysters are good. Martin, yeah, we do eat a lot of fast food. You know, to be fair to the fast food industry, when it first started, it wasn't what it is today. I remember when I was a kid, the Steel and Magnolias was a really good movie. The fast food wasn't anything like it is today. They used real food, and it was made quickly. Like the meat they used, and the bread was real. The meat was all real meat. So you were just eating something that you would have cooked at home, and it wasn't that much more expensive. But now, in the last probably, started changing a little bit in the 80s and into the 90s, and it's clearly not what it was, which is unfortunate. Yeah, with Dolly was great and everything. I never saw any time when Dolly wasn't good, whether she was just performing or movies or whatever. Thoughts on In-N-Out Burger? I think they're good. They're more like the old fashioned food that we used to get. Yeah, it does, Martin. The difference is because of the size of the country, it's almost impossible to do what you do with your local market and get fresh food. It's almost impossible to do that here. And the additives keep it alive longer, so to speak. I'm not defending it. It's just, it is what it is. Oh yeah, In-N-Out's good, Miranda. Get there. I like them. And Martin, I'm not. I eat fast food. I don't live on it, but I eat it. But you're right. We do have more additives for sure. Yeah, I don't even know where the closest In-N-Out burger to. I don't think they have anything in Washington State. It's way more expensive, Martin. That's the problem. Like it's I mean, you look at some of the stuff that's quote processed versus what's natural and healthy, and the average person can't afford to eat the healthy food all the time. It's cost prohibitive, unfortunately. Ooh, chicken spaghetti, that sounds good. I love spaghetti. What why do we need a big population? Yeah, you know, I used to eat out all the time. Like most teenagers here and in my 20s and stuff, I ate out all the time. It was great because it was just easy. But yeah, you get kind of tired of it, not because it's bad necessarily, but just get tired of eating out. Dr. Emmett Brown, where's Busy? There we go. I do not have the DeLorean today. What's wrong, buddy? You went out? One sec, I gotta let my dog out. Okay, go ahead. Okay, go ahead. You gonna stay, Rosie? Okay. Oh, are you going too? Okay, I guess they're both going out. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry. Okay, go. Oh, they always tend to be together. Sorry about that. Yeah, the DeLorean's in the shop. I haven't worked on. What kind of dog? They're a Lab, Australian Shepherd, German Shorthair Pointer mix. It is very economical. You know, Martin, unfortunately, where most of the people are living in cities here, they can't do that. So they're held hostage by um, that stuff. And we used to do tons of that here in the United States too, up until probably into the 70s when everybody started to cluster into cities and all the gardening and so much of that went away. Yes, Nolan, I am aware. We've been through this before. And I'm grateful, back to your question, I have two. They're litter mates. Oh, okay, that makes sense, Martin. Yeah, see, if you live in the outlying areas, I do, a lot of people have gardens here and produce a lot of their own foods. But you live in the city, there's absolutely no way to do that. In any meaningful way, I should say. Yeah, you can have a few tomato plants on a porch or in a small backyard, but you can't really produce enough. Yeah, Martin, I'm not a fan of the cities either. It's just, it's not my thing. I prefer to be away from people. Married your girlfriend? Good for you, grateful. You got a small glass of cherry lemonade limeade moonshine? What the heck does moonshine taste like? Does it, to me, I've never tasted it, but I've known people that had it and it smelled like gasoline to me, so. Martin, how big is when you say you live outside the city of Lucerne, how big is that city? How many people? Guess I could look it up, huh? Oh, it's not a big place. Do I buy gold and silver? Okay, Geese, yeah, I didn't know your village about. Yeah, the 800 sounds far better to me than the 80,000, Martin. Oh, cherry limeade, interesting. What the heck happened? No. Some stupid app trying to ask me if I want to update. Good grief. Sorry. Yeah, I don't. Not currently, Ryan, no. Yeah, Zurich would be. That's a big city. And even 50 kilometers, so you're only. That's about 30 some miles. That's still close. Too close for me. Oh, that's right. I forgot you're going down there. Well, then you got to go tomorrow, Miranda. A burger and a chocolate milkshake would be good. Yeah, no, Zurich's a big hub. That part I did know. or from what I've seen in Switzerland, not being there, but obviously seeing on travel shows and stuff, it looks beautiful to me. Oh, and you're pretty high up, Martin. It says you're 435 meters in elevation, or 1,400 and some feet. Oh, I've never had that, a Neapolitan shake. That might be good. A Chicago dog and no hard iced tea for me. You know, I think any of the areas over there, Dibs, would be beautiful from what I've seen. Yeah, that's it's not the case here, Martin, unfortunately. Or fortunately, I don't know, however you want to perceive it. Oh, so you married your high school sweetheart. That's pretty cool. Now you have two. So you got two more Yorkies then, yes? Yeah, it would be, that's a. I've never been there, Dibs, but it would be a good trip. Yeah, Grateful, I think you're probably right. Wow, two high school people marrying geese. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think Martin, from what I've seen, like I said, I have never been there, but from what I've seen, like I watched a lot of travel shows or used to, and they both look stunningly beautiful to me. So I don't think if you went to either place, you're not going to be disappointed. Geese, how long? So when did you guys get married, Geese? Met sophomore year, so wow, 20 some years ago. How long did you wait after high school, Geese, to get married? Um, it's a sad story, Nolan. That's my thought. Oh, 2010. Oh, you guys been married a while. Cool. 5 years. Okay. But technically, for all intents and purposes, it was you guys were already married because you guys have always been together. So, yeah, I've never been to. I've never. Don't know much about Slovenia. Did I watch Bizarre Foods? No, not really. I saw a few little snippets of it, but never really watched it. Ah, sweet. Oh, that's great, Kutso. I do not go to Sweden, but Um, oh, that's cool that you go to Germany. How long is the trip for you, Martin, to make that journey? And do you drive or you take the train or how do you go there? Thoughts on Corvallis? You mean Corvallis, Oregon? I don't know. I couldn't deal with the blood gravy. That doesn't sound good. But I've had schnitzel many times. In fact, I still get it once in a while around here. And I like it, but no blood gravy. I know, clean my stuff. There are, yeah. But back to the Slovenian women, they're beautiful, huh? Never heard that before. Kind of boring? No, I don't know. I haven't been to Corvallis in years, grateful. I was recruited to go play basketball there. One of the places I was recruited. I don't know if it's boring or not. Oh, okay. A French mistress. No, I do not. Oh, Nolan, I love your imagination. Dibs, are you kidding? Or are you serious? Oh, Elijah, we already been through that. Yeah, I don't know anything about. Do I still shoot hoops? Not really competitively, no. I mean, I still go shoot once in a while, but I'm too old to play now. I'm not too old to play, I just don't enjoy it because I can't do what I used to do. But I still enjoy going out and shooting the baskets, yes. I could do that all day still. Don't worry about it, Martin. How often do you get to see your daughter? Yeah, let's talk about food or something else. Uh, I know Martin makes all his own food, which is better than what I do, that's for sure. Well, thank you that I don't look old, but there's some days I'm not friends with Larry Bird, but uh, he's from my era for sure. But I could shoot as well as he did. Outside the key? Yeah. When I played, I mean, I was just reading an article about myself from high school. I mean, I used to pull up routinely from 20 plus feet, 22 to 25 feet. So, and we didn't have a 3-point line. I don't, Martin, I don't want to be political, but I don't know if I agree with that about the cities being safer. There are some cities here that are not safe, but by and large, they're pretty safe. Caitlin Clark. Yeah, and back in my day too, when I played, there weren't a lot of people dunking in high school, so I did it a lot. Okay, James, I got to get the video of me opening an oyster for you. And it isn't easy unless you know where to put the knife in. The oyster knife, I should say. There's a certain way, and you got to hold it a certain way so you don't stab yourself in the hand. But once you get used to it, it's not that difficult. But if you've never done it before, it is hard. I should try out for the WNBA. I could probably. I'm not going to say anything about that. How tall am I grateful? I'm 6'6". At the time I was playing, it was unusual for somebody my size to be playing outside. On the surface, that is true, but the randomness of being, I don't want to get too political about that, but the statistics that you're seeing in Europe are not exactly accurate. I will, I don't want to break it down and get political here, but I'm not saying it's free from crime, but it is clearly not what, I don't know what you guys see over there, but the statistics are made, you're, put it this way, Martin, in the United States, you're more likely to die from a drunk driver than you are from a handgun. Sadly. And again, I don't want to be political because it will start arguing. So, and I don't want to go down that path. Yeah, that's okay, Martin. That's the reason I don't want to go down that path, because then people get upset, and it's just not a good, guns are not a good topic. What's it like to dunk? I'll tell you this much, grateful. The first time I dunked, I was probably about, I think it was my sophomore year, so maybe I was 16. And that's constantly the goal, right, for basketball players is, can you dunk? Can you dunk? And when the first time it happens, it's sort of like this light bulb goes off, and it's pretty cool feeling. But I got to the point where I could do, especially back then, it was not common in high school to see guys do a lot of dunks. Now everybody in high school can dunk, but it's a lot of fun, especially when you can dunk over somebody. That's always fun, because it makes you feel like you're kind of taking them down a little bit. Yeah, Martin, it's fine that you have your opinion. I just don't, I try not to talk politics here, so please don't leave on account of that. Yeah, dunking is great, but the funny thing is, it's so many people can do it now, I think, and there's not as many good shooters as it seems like. Yeah, no, yeah, fair enough, Martin. That's why I try not to talk about it here, just because people get angry, and you know what? I don't care about people's politics, honestly. Everybody's entitled to their own opinion about this stuff, and it's fine. Again, Nolan, I'm not going to discuss my political party. But yeah, basketball, I think the underappreciated stuff now is the good mid-range shooters. Grateful. And it's a lost art. Everybody just wants to either dunk or shoot a three, and especially at the professional level, the games become very boring. There's no artistry anymore. I mean, you look back at some of the older players, and does the evolution of shoes help? Yeah, some. Not as much as the shoe companies would have you believe, but yeah, it does help. I don't like the design of most modern shoes. I think they cut off the toes too much. I think they need to have a wider, just a slightly wider toe, but they do help clearly. I mean, they're clearly better than the old-fashioned Chuck Taylors. I mean, the very first shoe I ever wore to play basketball in was a Chuck Taylor. So, and I still wore them into my, I don't know, into my 30s, I guess. I think what's changed is the training methods. Is why so many, there's the athleticism of the today's. I did actually wear Jordans, not because they were Jordans, but because they tended to fit my foot a little better when I was still playing. Because I don't care about the name brands. I was just looking for a quality shoe that fit my foot, that felt comfortable, and I wore those quite a bit. They didn't exist when I was in high school, but I wore Adidas back then. But yeah, the athleticism's changed, Grateful, because the training is so intense now. And the kids play year round, which I don't like. I think they should do more sports. But again, that's here nor there for, that's up to the parents and the kids. But yeah, it's the training methods that have changed that have made the people so much more athletic. I can honestly say I own not one single piece of Versace, Gucci, or Boss. Yeah, you might be right, Dibs. I don't remember. Yeah. But yeah, I miss playing basketball a lot. I mean, really being able to play. But I still enjoy going out and shooting. It's easy for me to go out and spend an hour on the basketball court just shooting. Okay, Martin. Yeah, I thought that they were right. I just couldn't remember. Can I shoot with my eyes closed? If I look at the rim first, not so much now, but when I was playing all the time back in high school and college, if I looked at the rim, closed my eyes, yeah, I'd make most of them. I could shoot with my eyes closed. I would love to coach for the Celtics or any team for that matter. I think that'd be fun. But I think a lot of the young talent today is not really coachable. They just want to make a highlight reel. And highlight reels don't make good basketball players necessarily. Thoughts on Jerry West? I think he was one of the best. Coach when I young and talented. Oh man, sometimes the lesser talents outperform the people that have all the natural talent that they're blessed with. I played against a kid in high school who was a mediocre jumper. He was physically fit, fairly quick and everything, but you would never, in a pickup game, you would never pick him first if you just looked at him, and yet he was one of the best players in the state when I was in high school. So, but he just had sheer will and determination to win. And I think there's a lot of that missing today in the sports. Hello, Mexico. More important than soccer. Oh, cool. I didn't know that. Yeah, we don't. I mean, it's become more popular here, but yeah, it still hasn't reached those kind of heights. You are correct about that thing about Montreux. Yes, I do know that. Yeah, no, you're right about that, Grateful. A lot of sports have evolved, and yet there's a lot more selfishness in the sports state. Hey, Mexico, wait, you're leaving already? You just got here. Yeah, when the selfishness comes from there's so much money involved. People say, "Oh, I want to go to where there's a winning team, whether it's NBA, NFL, or whatever," but they're really more worried about getting paid. Mini golf. You know what I've discovered recently is uh, disc golf, which is super fun. We're talking about sports in Switzerland and a little bit of basketball, talking a little bit about my former uh, my former basketball attributes, I guess we'd call them. Yeah, yeah, Caleb. Oh, yeah, disc golf. It's super fun. Yeah, it is. Until recently, probably till about, I don't know, 4 or 5 months ago, 6 months ago, I knew it was around. I didn't have any idea how popular disc golf is. No idea whatsoever. And then we went to a uh, couple of tournaments and watched these guys play, and it's incredible what they can do. And I heard somebody say there's over 11,000 courses in the United States. Hey, Soul, you're here. I am well, Soul. How are you? Well, it's all right, Mexico. The Swiss national sport? I didn't know that. Yeah, I haven't seen Soul back here in a few days, so I know Soul stopped in briefly, but couldn't stay the one time I was on because it was too late. Life is good, and I've discovered that I'm going to have to go out and take a video of me opening an oyster. That seems to be the overwhelming thing that people want to see. So, and I know James was just talking about it, uh, how he struggled to open it. But now we're talking a little bit about disc golf, which I recently discovered within the last 6 months, and it's really fun. And what I like about it is anybody can kind of do it and have fun with it. Oh, your grandpa plays disc golf. That's cool. I haven't seen Django. Oh, his own disc golf course? That would be fun. I didn't realize that as they call them, the chains that you throw into. I thought they would be really expensive, and apparently they're not. So yeah, so that's pretty cool. I'm not going to take it that seriously, Mexico. I appreciate that uh, positive vibe there, but I'm not going to do it that seriously. But it is fun to go play. Yeah, I haven't seen Django come in unless he's got another handle. My championships. Yeah, what kind of knife were you using, James? You don't want to use a sharp, like pocket knife. That's too sharp. A good oyster knife is pointed but not sharp, and it's a little more beveled without being sharp, if that makes any sense. And I can't remember where you're at, James, but if you're not in a place where there's oysters, you probably, yeah, and you got to be careful with your palm when you're opening them. You want to kind of, I'll have to, you know what, I'm going to do the video tomorrow. I'm just going to get an oyster and open it up so you guys can see. How bad did you get cut, James? Yeah, I figured out the angles and stuff, but the new discs Mexico are different than I'm used to because they're all the same size and they've all got different ways of throwing them. I do not eat calamari. I'm not going to hurt myself. I open oysters all the time. Lives in the work that one's avoiding. That's an excellent quote, Sol. I don't eat sushi either. Yeah, James, well, I don't know where you're at, but specifically, I know you've told me before, but hey, Martin, thank you for coming by. Please stop by again. I want to hear about your next outing to the store because the last time I saw you, you were going out to get some really good food. So please come back. Yeah, so I like your quote from today. In the boring tasks, we kind of have to push through those. And I'll equate it back to sports. Some of the most boring drills that we did in basketball eventually turned out to be really important later in games. You would find yourself from these mundane tasks that we did in terms of the drills that you'd realize afterwards, oh, we drilled on that for hours. And because we did it, it helped. 7 a.m. Wow, for Martin. Yeah, MW, my oyster shucking will take place in Washington, but I'm going to go out tomorrow morning, and I wonder if I've got I'd have to go get my knife. Yeah, you might be right, Sol. I don't get me wrong. I know what you mean about the draining stuff. I get that. No, the reward will come later when you least expect it. Bread roll, butter, jam, boiled egg, cheese, fruit, orange juice. Sounds pretty good to me. I could just have the bread with butter and jam and some orange juice. I mean, I love the eggs too, and the fruit. But a good piece of bread, I would love that. Yeah, high school. I mean, we're changing, James, some because a lot of the stuff has gone to club here, which I don't like because it's about making money. It's not about producing great athletes. High school sports is great. There's a certain camaraderie that you can't get from a club. Oh, I hope you're talking to me, Mexico. Hey, Raid, how's it going? Back to you. It's going fine for me. Unmade decisions. Yeah, I guess that leads to also regrets, right? And that's worse. Yeah, sausage is good for. I like sausage. I tend to eat ham, Martin, but I don't tend to eat it for breakfast. I like it later. Can't sleep. Sorry, Raid. Did I ever play baseball? Yeah, I did. I was a pretty good baseball player as well. I'm not trying to brag about my sports, but you brought it up. So yes, I was a good baseball player. Ham and cheese omelet, that's good. I love having ham. Even just in, I chop up ham sometimes just to put in with scrambled eggs, but yeah. Right? No, probably not, but you know what? This is either going to fire you up or put you to sleep. I don't know which. Well, I don't know. Mexico. Yeah, thank you for the compliment. I appreciate it. You're not derailing the chat, Soul. Everybody comes in and kind of chimes in with whatever is happening. But yeah, grateful. Back to baseball. I was a pitcher and an outfielder. Do the Swiss drink Swiss Miss? Probably not. Yeah, I was a pitcher. Oh, I wish I was an Olympian. I love yogurt. I've had yogurt with my breakfast or as my breakfast today. Yeah, no, I get that. I don't know about that chicken. But yeah, grateful I pitched. Fastball, slider slash curve, knuckleball, and a sinker is what I threw. I was too skinny back then for the rugby team. But I love watching rugby. Thank you, Fantilator. Yeah, you know what? Just like basketball, I could still go out and play catch every day. I love just throwing the baseball. Yeah, Greek yogurt's good too. Yeah, that was the Roger Clemens, Mike Piazza thing was a bit, I don't know. They were both a little touchy that day. But, oh, Martin, yeah, have a good breakfast. And enjoy the butter and jam bread or buns. That would be good right now too. Oh yeah, that I start my smoothies with yogurt of some kind, whatever I have handy, and then frozen fruit. I'll put in some fresh stuff sometimes too, but just depends on what I have. I like the frozen stuff too, just because I don't have to worry about things spoiling. Did you play baseball, Grateful? I never use water in my smoothies. I use milk as the liquid. And then if I need any more liquid, I will add some kind of juice. Orange juice, grape juice, apple juice, typically grape juice because I drink a lot of grape juice. Yeah, you might be right. So I don't know. I don't know much about it, to be fair. So I don't really want to comment on it. Oh, cool. Did I throw gas? For my time, yes. But that's not how I got people out. I used the fastball, or I would use the other pitches to set up the fastball. Nope, Nolan. I drink grape juice with non-fermented kind. Yeah, no, I would throw my knuckleball, and if I got down like 2-0 or 3-0, I would throw you a curveball because I could always throw it for a strike. And people weren't expecting that on a 2-0 or 3-0 count. Yeah, I can't. I mean, I know what it is, so I just haven't done it. I don't remember ever doing anything with that, but nope, purple grape juice. Yeah, you're right, Soul. Yeah, no, grateful. I love pitching was great because it's as much as people think you can just throw gas, and some people who throw super hard can get away with that, but it's more of a mental game, and that's why I like it. I don't, Goose. But yeah, I love pitching. I had tryouts with a few teams, so it was fun. Yeah, Maddox was a perfect example of that. And we had a guy in Seattle named Jamie Moyer. Certainly not on Maddox's level, but very similar in the sense that he barely threw 80 miles an hour in the major leagues and won 200 and some games. Oh, sorry, Goose, that you're leaving. Yeah, sliders will crush you if they're thrown right. Man, yeah, Moyer was great for that. I mean, I remember in a game, I think Dan Wilson was catching, and he shook him off, and he finally just looked at him and said, I can't remember what the pitch was, but he said something like change up away or slider away. He told the batter what was coming because the catcher wouldn't get on board with what he wanted to throw, and he struck the guy out after he told him what was coming. Yeah, the slider is a tough pitch to hit, MW. I used to throw a knuckle that floated and a knuckle that would spin. I threw the one acted like a sinker, but I threw it exactly the same as a fastball. And so you couldn't tell when it was coming. And it would just sink right at the end. Yeah, he was very unassuming. A turkey burger video? That has not been discussed. And you know what, Funk? It's never going to happen. I'm not going to have a turkey burger. Chicken burger, but not a turkey burger. I'll eat turkey, but yeah. LA Pool. I wasn't friends with Sean Penn, but that's okay. James, I don't know if you should be jealous of my life. Sometimes I look at my life and think, how the hell did I get here? I made an omelet. That's funny. Yeah, I've seen a lot of cool things, I guess, James, but it's not as glamorous as it might seem. It's not vitriol. I'm just not a fan of turkey. Yeah, I've been lagging for years. I need to get Back to the Future with Marty. I learned to shuck oysters when I was, I don't know, less than 10 years old, probably. So I've been shucking oysters a long time, James. I don't do it every day or, all the time, but I learned how to do it early. Fried turkey legs, carnival style. I don't know if I've ever had. What's carnival style? Pilates tailgate. Cheese dip. All right. That's what we got to do. You can dip the oysters in the cheese dip. Oh, deep fried with no breading. Oh, do people put breading on turkey legs? I've never had that. I know what you mean now, Cece, but I didn't know what you meant before. But yeah, no, but I've never heard of people putting breading on turkey legs. I bested you. No, I'm not trying to best you, Funk. No worries. Yeah, not my thing. YouTube is filled with bots. Soul, you never know. In this day and age with everything going on, you might be right. I did, Grateful. Long time ago. Hang on, I gotta look for something real quick. Where did I put that? Okay, so Grateful, since you're talking, look. Can you see that on screen? Grateful? This was my very first glove. Small. Still fits my hand, but it's more of an infielder's glove. So that was my very first glove I ever had. Got it when I was first real glove that wasn't a hand-me-down. Got this when I was 12. Yeah, it's fun. It's still in great shape. I had to restring the webbing a little bit, but it's still good. I don't know. Grateful started asking me about basketball, and so I got on a little kick. Longest home run a batter ever hit off me? I don't know. We didn't really measure the stuff back then, but probably not that far. 340, 350 maybe. Invoiced. Oh, that's funny, Soul. The fact that you know about Langley is good, but that's not me. Was it baked? It hasn't been used in a long time, so it got stiff. But I didn't like to put oil on my gloves. I like to just work them until they got flexible. Yeah, fair enough, Cece. You might be right about that. Yep, there is, James. How about you? Do you have a fork in the road moment? I mean, there's probably a couple, but for me, a couple, but mostly to do with sports. Yeah, I agree with you, Cece. A lot of my buddies would put stuff on there, but I just used it. I mean, when I first got this one, I put a baseball in it with the rubber band, and of course sort of made it bend the way I wanted it. But I didn't like this particular glove to fold over a lot, so I've got my other glove around here somewhere, but that was my first one that I ever really got. Yeah, you're right, Grateful. The gloves are very specific. You got to find one that you like to use. And certain brands are a little bit different how they're cut and everything, but you're right, Benny, you gotta season it. But Soul, yes, no, I'm not invoicing to Langley. Because then they'd be calling me out to do all kinds of nasty stuff, and not gonna happen. You know what, Cece, who knows? Maybe it wasn't, the wrong thing. I don't know. Ice hockey? No. I can skate a little bit, but not much. Always had a Rawlings. Yeah, they're good gloves. This is an old brand. I don't even know if they make it anymore, called the Franklin. It wasn't a very expensive glove, but you can see I restrung a bunch of this stuff. So it's gotten a little tight, but Easton. Yeah, we use a lot of Easton bats too. When I was in high school, Thumpers came out, so we had a lot of Thumper bats around. You might be right about that, Soul. I don't know. Oh, that's interesting. You know the specific date. I don't know if I know a specific date, James, but I know that I would have done things differently with my athletics. Yeah, those fees, Sol, they're a huge profit center for them. Grateful, what do you want? Why a question mark? You want to know what about my sports? I wish, yes. Yes, James. Basketball in particular. I worked hard. I just didn't take advantage of the opportunities that were presented to me. My life would have been completely different. Not that I don't like my life. It just, I would have liked to have played that out to the end. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a small price to pay to continue those baggage fees. I find those baggage fees kind of crazy. I mean, you could just, I mean, how much is a baggage fee now? Like $50 or something? I don't even know. So why don't you just up the price of the ticket by $50? No one would know the difference. Oh yeah, so you see the baggage fees. Yeah, yeah, I get that. I read your bottom post first, and had to go back up to your other post to read it. So I don't know if I'm a big fan of middle ground. I mean, sometimes you have to do it, um, but sometimes I don't know if I. Anyway, I know where you're going with that. I didn't say I didn't like it, Funk. It's not my thing. I find turkey to be dry unless I'm eating the legs. That's smart, Cece. Just always pretend. Yeah, I've never understood the James with the cranberry sauce. I don't get that. I know everybody does it. It's just I never got it or understood why those people seem to think those flavors go together. They don't for me, but Boiling the ocean. Yeah, you. That's an interesting quote, Soul. I'm not laughing at your question, Gas. I'm just chuckling because, yeah, it did. I did not dye this to be this color. Yeah, no, I get it, Soul. I was just saying that's interesting because I'm looking at it going, what? I understand. Thank you, Gas. Yeah, I don't know if I could be a vegetarian, Grateful. That'd be tough. I love meat. Even turkey, even if it's not I'll eat it. I mean, I can make turkey sandwiches if you put enough Miracle Whip on a sandwich. I can make that turkey not dry, so it has good flavor. Okay, hang on. What am I doing now? Oh no, that's awful, Cece. 3 eyebrow hairs. Yeah, I don't know if this makes me. I think the gray hair makes me look old, but whatever. I can't do anything about it. What was there some catalyst to make you stop eating? Grateful. I mean, not eating, but not eating the meat. That's a Soul. That's brilliant. Let's flip the table. I don't smoke, JD. Where's my watch? I don't wear a watch much anymore. Don't know why. Just got out of the habit, I guess. What kind of watch should I have, Lucas? Yeah, I understand that, Grateful. Citizen? Okay. Any particular model? Day, date. Yeah. Eco Drive. Okay. It's a nice watch. I don't know what you're asking, JD. Sorry. Hey, Charlie. Hello. No religion and politics. Yeah, no, it's better that way. I mean, everybody's got opinions about that stuff, but makes life easier here. There's too much of it. Grateful that everywhere else. I'm just trying to not have it here, which you already know. But to me, it's just, I think it makes for better conversation when we don't have that. That's funny. Soul, that's funny. I don't even have a comeback for that. It's just funny to read. I like Watches Grateful. How do I deal with a bad day? I tend to find something to distract me, whether it's exercise or even just doing, and as much as I hate to say get on your phone or whatever, I'll play some mindless game for an hour or watch some TV. I won't watch any news at all. I'll watch some old TV shows, really old TV shows from 70s, 80s, 90s. Yeah, so unfortunately, I I agree with you. Not unfortunately, I agree with you, but unfortunate about. I think you know what I meant. Unfortunately, about what you're talking about. Yeah, Gas. I love MASH. That's one of my favorite shows ever. Even though there's a lot of seriousness in it, it's very funny and well written and well acted. And you just, when you're watching a good show like that, you tend not to think about your own problems. A-Team, great. Grateful, Magnum PI was my favorite show. I love that show. When that show came out, everybody in America wanted to be Tom Selleck. We all wanted to be Magnum PI. Yeah, that show is just, yeah, and MASH was a great show. Different kind of show, but, and I love a good comedy. I used to love watching Cheers back in the 80s. Great show. Columbo is good. That comes on every once in a while still on some of these older channels. Yes, to be distracted, JD. Sometimes talking can help you, but I find that talking to other people doesn't necessarily work for me so much. And sometimes I just kind of need to be loud and, throw my hands around and swear or whatever, and that gets rid of the tension, JD. Yeah, I think AI is vastly overrated. We don't need it. I don't like it. Oh, Grateful, the Porsche 928 would not have sold like the Ferrari. There's something so cool about that Ferrari and people, the average person hadn't seen Ferraris. They weren't around like they are today. And there's just something really cool about it. Hello, the Oreo. Simpsons? Yeah, I didn't watch it a lot, but it was funny. One of the shows I find really funny now is Family Guy. I didn't act in any movies. I mean, I shouldn't say that, but nothing you ever would have seen. Independence Day, yeah, it's a good movie. Yeah, the Ferrari really helped make that show. Like the opening episode when he hops into that Ferrari and peels out on the side of the road, back on, on the grass there. That was just, if you didn't like it after those first 2 minutes of that show, then you're never going to like that show. That is my profile pic. It's just an older picture. I happen to like it, so I put it up. A character? I don't know. I just like the show, JD. I don't necessarily like any of the characters more than others. I just find it funny what they're able to get away with and say. Terminator 2, Judgment Day. Good movie. I haven't watched that in a long time, though. A long time ago, I dabbled with that, but I wasn't really an actor. I know it does look like a headshot. It is kind of a headshot. I had it done for something else, not acting. It was when I still had not white hair, which really isn't that long ago, but anyway. Grateful I like the supercars. There's too many of them now, so they've lost their luster because they're everywhere. And I'm not a fan of an electric car. Not because they're not great vehicles, but I'm just not a fan. I do not surf. I don't miss it. It was time for me to go. I mean, it was great fun. Don't get me wrong, but yeah, it was time. Oh, LA was horribly, even back then it was expensive. SF, I don't know, gas. I'll just say SF90. No real reason behind that. Yeah, I'm not saying electric cars aren't good. I just don't like them. In terms of their performance and stuff, they're great. It's just they're not my cup of tea. Of gas. Yeah, they're. I just find the styling on the cars, and not just the electrics, but a lot of cars today, they're so boring. They're so trying to please everyone that they really don't please anyone. They're just so average to me. I just find the design to be really boring on most of the new cars. Except for the exotics, and then nobody can afford those, so yeah, everything does look the same. Even the exotics are all starting to look the same. They're all trying to style after the old Ferraris and Lamborghinis and all that. So, although I do like the new Corvette, it's a pretty good looking car. I don't know how, or you might be right. I'm not sure. I don't know how long it takes to fully recharge. I know if you do the superchargers, they're like 15 to 20 minutes or something. Yeah, I don't know if they're bad, but I just don't like them. They're definitely not my thing. Yeah, I agree. They're too mass produced. But the younger generation doesn't know anything different, so they're never going to appreciate the older vehicles. They'll look probably like the Model Ts did to my generation. Oh, yeah, that's true, Oreo. One second. Grateful. I don't know if I agree with that. The powers that be are going to force us to use electric whether we want it or not. It's already starting to happen in some states where they're taking away, especially for classic cars, they're trying to get them to only be able to drive them on certain days of the week. So they're going to limit your driving ability of them. I'm not a drone pilot. Yeah, California in 10 years, they're going to demand it. I don't, honestly, I mean, even if you like the electric cars, I don't know. We don't have the power grid to support everyone owning everything electric. And renewable fuels will not do that, not to be political. They don't provide enough electricity to make that work. You do, but it's not, that's not mine. I have flown a drone before, very not good at it. Probably a little of both, hash brown. Don't drink, Ty. Yeah, no, that's changing a bit, even the outlying areas. But in the beginning, yeah, you couldn't travel the outlying areas at all with an electric vehicle. Yeah, no, it's. I'm not saying it's going to happen overnight, Grateful, but it's going to happen, and they're gonna they're gonna find a way. The oil companies will find a way to stay alive, but it's not a quick transition. But it's 20 years. I don't know. I don't think most people realize where we get all the stuff that makes the batteries and how damaging to the environment it actually is. But again, nope, I don't want to talk those politics. But yeah, I just like the old cars just because I like them. Way more fun. FP, I have no idea, because I don't even remember. Hello, Justin. Excuse me. Cobalt, yep. If they could make that work, Oreo, probably be, it would probably be good. Oh, sorry. Okay, I get it. FPV, got it. Yeah, my dog's under the desk. I had to let her in. Nope, no cat for me. I have two dogs. No, they're one's about 50 pounds, the other one's about 70. So they're I guess that's mid-sized dog. I do not speak Spanish. I remember a few words from my high school Spanish class, and that's about it. Yeah, I've been to Walla Walla. Not for a while now, but I've been to Walla Walla. They have, in my opinion, they have the best sweet onions ever come out. The Walla Walla sweets are my favorite sweet onion. Oreo, if only that worked, man, life would be so easy. Yeah, that would be brilliant if that worked. Yeah, that the vastness of the West is changing now. It's getting built up too everywhere. Places that I used to drive uh, that used to be empty are now there's something everywhere, unfortunately. But you're right, it is still vast and um, but again, I'm favorite coast town or city anywhere in the country or just in Washington. I mean, Cannon Beach and Seaside, Oregon are beautiful. A little town called Westport in Washington that's really cool. Washington, probably Westport. Long Beach is kind of cool too, but I think Westport. It's a small town. No, fair enough. In Wyoming, yeah, I get that. Maybe I need to move to Wyoming to get away from everybody. Not a fan of the city. Close to Newport. Hmm. I don't think so. Let me look that up real quick. Yeah, that's more in the central. You're talking about Newport, Oregon. That's somewhat south. Yeah, I haven't. I don't remember the last time I was in Newport, Oregon. Long time ago. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, Cannon Beach is beautiful. Oh, you're in Melbourne. Or am I supposed to say Melbourne? I don't know how to pronounce it. I hear it pronounced. I can never get it right. Yes, you go over the Astoria Bridge if you're coming from. You don't have to go over the Astoria Bridge, but a lot of people do. And it's probably, I don't know, it's about maybe 30, 40 minutes past when you get off the Astoria Bridge. Yeah, that's okay. I mean, I have to think about it too because I haven't been down there in a while. Okay, got it on the pronunciation. We've had some other people in from Australia, so this is pretty cool. Because I never know by the names where people are from unless they talk about it. So I had a guy in here from Switzerland earlier. He stops by every once in a while. Oh, that's cool. From Scotland. Gas, please tell me you're kidding. And James, yeah, don't do any more oysters. I don't want you to cut yourself. Not kidding, really? That's awful. They have bears? Yeah, we have some. We get a few cougar that roam into where I'm at every once in a while. Coyotes and stuff like that. The cougar don't come around as much. They don't like to be around people as much, but the bear will go wherever there's food. Pretty much. Sorry, I just had to check something here real quick. You think bears are worse than crocs? Okay, Grateful. Yeah, I need to, the Sasquatches. Grateful, thanks for coming. I need to get off here too. I'm getting really tired. Yeah, please come back, Grateful. We don't have grizzlies where we're at, Gas. We have, like black bears. And they're fairly docile. I mean, if you come near them or whatever, they might, but if you just kind of don't bother them, they won't bother you. They're just roaming around looking for food. I mean, I don't have them in my backyard, but we have them around. Oh, I shouldn't say not in my back. I've had them in my backyard in my lifetime maybe 8 or 10 times, but they're just wandering through. Yeah, sorry, Triv. Yeah, I'm just about to sign off. I'm just really tired again today. But come back again tomorrow. And Gas, if you get a chance to come back, please do. James, I'm going to videotape an oyster for you tomorrow, opening it, and I'll post it on my site so you can see it. Not just for you, but for everybody else. But I don't open them again until we get some... Okay, thanks, James. You're welcome very much. And everybody, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me for a little while. This has been fun. But I'm going to sign off. So good night, everybody, or good morning, good day to the Gas. Great. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.